Wait for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Crack open.
It's one of the best sounds. All right, what's up, man? This is Beat the Rockstar, part of Super Obvious, and we're going to be talking about Power Season 5, Episode 5, and it was called
Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday.
I am Werds Illah, aka Drew Skills, aka Ill Doing It Too of the Werds Illah podcast. Follow me on YouTube, and also we got a good friend here, as y'all have seen. Tell me who you are.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh yeah. Of course, you know it's your boy Curtis, aka C.M.P, aka the Chosen One, aka Mr. 4.0. Mr.
4.0, man.
All right. So, oh snap! What's up, London? Yeah, you start school. That's why you're supposed to be asleep.
Hey,
right
boy,
now.
go to bed. What you up? Hey, what you
asleep.
doing? We know you start school tomorrow. Anyway, go to bed. I'll talk to you later.
So, anyways, let's get to the meat of the bones of all of this. We're gonna start with this opening scene of this episode was incredible. Really, like
opening scene.
Really,
they got to it.
They went right to it, man. So you got Tommy, Tariq, Sammy all meeting up with the Italians, and the Italians, basically Vincent, the leader of the Italians, is asking them what went on with this shooting. You know, what was that about? How did that come to be? So it comes out that basically Tommy was lying about taking care of Dre. Now, not knowing that that's not who it was, Tommy's like, yeah, I think it might have been Dre. So when that happened, you see Vincent's face, you know, looking at Tommy as he's saying this, and he's like, so basically you lied to me. And that's when he puts both Tommy and Tariq on their knees, and he makes, he puts Tommy and Sammy on their knees, and Tariq has to decide who's going to die.
Execution style.
Like it was intense. I mean, you know.
But wait. Curtis called it out.
He did. He definitely did.
Curtis predicted it.
He predicted that there was going to be no bullets in the gun.
No bullets.
And there was no bullets in the gun.
No bullets.
It was a test. It was a test to see what was going to really happen. And basically now the Italians want nothing to do with Tariq.
They're still family.
Yeah, he's like, we're still family.
As far as business,
he wants nothing to do with them. He wants nothing to do with Sammy. And Sammy's upset. Sammy was pissed at Tommy. Yeah, he grabbed him. He's, ever since you came around, it's been chaos. You know, he's
called him a mutt.
Yeah, he said,
"You mutt." God.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, I don't know what Tommy's really gonna be able to do, because I mean, that was a big move. I mean, but a lot of that is, let's talk about Kanan and his whole hand in this situation,
Fitty,
and why it happened.
Shout out.
You know. That was crazy. I mean, I know we all have an understanding that Kanan's going to do what he needs to do for him.
For sure.
He's going to get what he wants out of the situation. You think that he forgot about the whole situation of being burned alive? No. He doesn't forget this stuff. It bleeds in his brain every day. And every day he looks at Ghost and Tommy and everybody like, man, all y'all get the chance to just get out of here, man. All y'all got to go. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's just really crazy, man. Okay. I don't know what that's about. But so when after that happens, where do we go from there?
We had the opening scene. After that, I think it was geez, you got the notes. I don't even remember.
Nah, man, I don't have much of anything.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think after that it went to after that, I believe it went to.
Didn't it go to the station? Like when like what about like Tamika's talking to Angie, or like
no. Actually, they met. Actually, it was Ghost meeting with Tommy and Kanan. And that whole conversation.
Oh my God, yes.
And that whole conversation
shit got crazy quick.
But basically, him saying,
yes.
Tommy was like, yeah, they had me on my knees and they were gonna kill me, and my father.
And what was it? What were his like specific words? I'm fucking fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucking fucked.
Yes, right. It was very bad. It was Tommy was heated, and him and Ghost ended up having an exchange, you know, back and forth, where you can see they're very upset with each other. And it's not to mention this whole episode is revolving around the fact that it's Tariq in Raina's birthday.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lot of emotions in this whole episode. There's a lot going on. So to see Tommy and Ghost being so like anti each other at that moment, you could see Kanan. He's sitting in the background. He's just
just like a snake.
Yeah,
He's just
I got
snaking.
the sauce.
Y'all
I got
go ahead.
the sauce.
Keep doing what y'all doing. This is what I need. So as soon as they have their exchange, when he leaves, when Ghost leaves, Kanan basically starts to try to plant his seed even more.
Right on. He goes right to it.
He gets right to Tommy. He's like, look, man, Ghost is treating you like old girl on Charlie Brown and keep moving the ball all the time, you know? And then he's like, then he also told her, what did he say?
Like you can't
Ghost is treating you like you can't do anything by yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
That was like, damn.
Yeah. So it looked, man.
And he just said it like so casually, like it wasn't even, but you know it means a lot.
Oh, and let's just bring it up right now. Let's just get to it, man. Kung Fu Kenny, Kendrick Lamar, man. He did his
Shout out K. Dot.
Shout out Kendrick Lamar.
He did his thing, man. I really expected him to have a short part. You know, that
one
scene,
part.
I thought that was going to be it. But for him to kind of be a big part of what Kanan's doing and how Kanan is getting some things situated, you know, I thought that was really cool, man. I thought that, and to see the personality that he played was like, it still seems, you know, like if Kendrick was to be cracked out. I know that sounds stupid, right? Or crazy, right? But he was talking some like really super like conspiracy theory, like super deep thoughts. But then also he was just like, oh, he's fucked up, you know. What did the dude tell him? He was like, yeah, get the fuck out of you crackhead or something like that. And he was like, no, get it right. I'm a flock ahead. Like he's, you know, and what is the line he said? Something about oh God. He was like, you know, and don't think about it too long, you know, it'll blow your brain or something like that.
It'll blow your mind.
It'll blow your mind.
Kanan comes out.
And then Kanan comes out and blows the guy's brain. I mean,
oh my God.
And he didn't even, he wiped it off of his face. And then at the later scene when they're sitting on the car, he still had the blood on him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't go clean up nothing.
The Chick-fil-A nuggets, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Blood all on his shirt and shit. You can see it all around.
Kendrick Lamar did
he did it, man.
I hope to see him in another episode, maybe next episode, or maybe they'll bring him back in another episode or something. But I think
we'll see him again.
He played a pretty cool part.
I think we'll see him again.
He added a little extra flair. You know, you got 50 Cent right on the bike with the bell. He rang the shit.
Oh my God.
Before he went and killed
that shit was super funny.
Like, oh man, that was crazy, man. So
his big ass on that last bike.
Oh
that last pink bike.
We go from there to after. So this was after. Who was it that you said? It was God damn it.
What?
Who was it that met with you said it was after the meeting when Ghost and Tommy had their exchange or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what did Ghost end up, was that when he went and saw Rashad?
Yeah, he went to the meeting. He went to the meeting.
He went to go see Dre and Rashad and the counselor, if you will. And that's when he basically let it be known, like, look, no, I decide who's going to represent this thing. You know?
That whole scene was intense.
Why I want Dre to be this guy, you know. And even basically Stern kind of left Ghost out there, you know, just let him be like, hey, look, I've seen you get out of worse situations, even with me. So, hey, you know, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. What are you going to do about this? Because, you know, my hands are tied. I went away. What do you say? I went to Berlin to find myself, and I come back, and this is what I'm left with.
That right before that, pretty much Tate was like pretty much letting it know like Dre is like above him, and like Ghost is like not in any kind of power. See what we did?
You see what happened there?
Okay, and that sucks. And then everything that you just talked about happened right after that.
Yeah.
Like that was big to me. Like I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah. So basically, you know, Dre looks like he has the upper hand at that moment. It looks like, you know, Dre has found a way to push himself further into this whole project and what's been going on with this, you know. So it's not looking too good for Ghost at that time. You know, it looks like Ghost is like, he's just lost for a second. But then you also see him like doing what Ghost does. You know, he starts thinking, he starts plotting it out in his head, and he's like, okay, you know, he gets it basically. You know,
he found a way to somewhat slow Dre down, but not realizing that no matter what, Rashad's still going to back Dre up, and that's and you see that when they say, "Oh, excuse me, Dre's here."
Right.
And he goes over this. What are you doing? I want him to fuck out of here.
Well, before that, they had the business meeting where Ghost throws the curveball at Dre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the non-compete contract clause.
So
where he was working with him at Truth, you know, he couldn't go out and do any other business deals with other people and be able to. It was against what their contract.
Big no-no.
Yeah.
Big no-no.
You know, that definitely just threw Andre
so
all the way off.
So Ghost got back and he was on top at that point. But then what Kurt was just saying, once they went to the club and Ghost sees Dre there,
because
it's like Dre got Ghost back and now he's in the mix again.
Because Rashad said, no matter what, I've already told you, this is my guy. Yeah. In so many words, this is my guy.
Yeah.
And then, that's when what's the guy's name again? The white guy.
Which one?
The older white guy.
Stern.
Yeah, Stern. And Stern says, well, I mean, you did kind of create the guy.
Yeah.
And then he gave him his drink, and that was
Ghost was
and
wild.
Ghost starts getting fucked up. Every scene you can tell.
You can see like the blurry.
Every scene, he's probably at least like 1 or 2 or 3 drinks in from last time we seen him.
You knew it was bad before he even did what he did to Councilman Tate when he threw him against the bar.
Man, he really fucked that up.
What he said to the pastor. What did the pastor say?
Something like,
hey man, I'm at your service anytime, basically, to counsel you. If you need me, basically, like, call me anytime. He was like, call me anytime, son. He was like, I'm not your son,
nigga.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? He was done.
And then the preacher didn't have like no reaction to it. I guess maybe he didn't hear it, or maybe Ghost did it like in his head or something.
He was doing what a pastor would do. He was doing what a pastor would do.
Being like passive, just being passive.
Literally, that's the reason why I just came to you.
Yeah.
For the way that you just treated me and what you just said is the reason why I just came to you. It's because I see that you need somebody to talk to you, because that's what he said to you. Though this is for some other greater purpose, we know what the real reason is why we're here. Because somebody has lost their life.
We're not gonna like do this completely in order, but since we're kind of on it, a scene that I liked a lot with the dialogue was the scene with Ghost and the priest at the church.
Yeah, that was good.
I think really that was a good. I know that's kind of more sort towards the second half of the episode. I liked it like how the priest was like actually asking Ghost like question detail by detail, and you can tell Ghost was kind of like Ghost was like. At first, like he let him ask him a couple of details, like questions, before he started to get kind of like irritated or what have you.
Yeah.
But that whole scene, even then when the priest like sat down right next to him and they talked for a while, that whole thing, like I thought that was a really great scene with the dialogue and the characters.
It was, and this this comes from him choking Rashad, and then going home, and then having that whole conversation with Tariq. And Tariq basically telling him, I don't love you.
Well, he said he was talking about Raina too.
Yeah, he said he
telling him like Raina was the only one who probably did love you.
Yeah, and he said, and if she didn't love you,
maybe if she hated you, she'd still be alive.
Exactly.
Oh,
that was
God.
deep. Man.
And that's when he tried to hurt Tariq, and that's when Tasha her old eavesdropping ass comes out, and she's like, "Get out!" He was like, "It's my fucking house. What you mean?"
Yeah,
she was like, "You can come back when we move out."
But before that, like after the whole like birthday cake thing, and then so it starts like so after that, like when Tariq is trying to talk to Tosh in the bathroom, that's already starting. Like Ghost isn't even here yet. So let's talk about that part in the bathroom. Wow.
She said, move out the way.
Get out the fucking way.
She said, what's done is done. It's already been handled. If you want to help me, then just get the fuck out of my way. See, this is why they've created the monster that is Dre. I mean, not Dre, I'm sorry. Tariq. That's what's happened. I mean,
little nigga
they created this issue, because they've been so naive to think that he didn't understand what was happening. Mm-hmm. He couldn't see anything. He wasn't aware, and he knew it. And he was really like waiting for them to come to him and like break it down and help him understand things, because I feel like Tariq is smart. He knows how to take care of things if he has to, but he was more like, the way I think a lot of kids would look at it is like, yo, you guys are the grown-ups. You're supposed to let me know what things are. You're supposed to already know. You're supposed to know everything. You're supposed to help me understand. I'm not supposed to be trying to, figure out things on my own. You're supposed to help me know what's real, because all the stuff that they've been left out on before Raina was killed, I mean, they were left out on so many different things that there was times where they could have been killed and would have had no idea what the fuck the reason was or how, or got hurt in any way and would have known nothing.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't prepared in any way for any.
Yeah.
Of this
So
stuff.
like with that scene, like after the birthday cake botch, can I call it that? I mean, that's what it was, right?
You could.
Sorry. So when Tariq is talking to Tosh, she says, "I want to be alone. Give me a second." He's about to leave, turns around, tries to talk to her some more.
What did he say? He said, did you wish it was me who died and not Raina, basically?
Yeah, because if you see how from all the other seasons, yeah, she did. She kind of just threw the picture
on the counter.
And then there was also more of that in the middle too, though, where it was kind of like when they were doing the back and forth, and it was like Tariq didn't want to leave, even though Tosh was getting more mad and saying like kind of like fucked up stuff to him.
And then let's talk about right after that, he gets with Tommy. Tommy says he has a present for him.
That's
for a drive.
Was
that before?
I don't know.
Before that, yeah.
It was because then he came back and he had that.
But yeah, but let's talk about that scene though.
He goes with Tommy. Tommy takes him for a drive, and then he basically just confronts him and comes straight forward with him and tells him, "Hey."
Everyone was having dinner at like who was it like Tasha's mom's house?
Yeah.
Or
no, they were at the house. Ghost and Tasha's house.
Oh, okay.
So he basically says, "Hey, look, I know that you're the one who had to have told Dre about what was going on because you overheard us talking at Raina's funeral. So I know that you're the one who told him, you know." And he finally comes out and says, "Yes, I did." You know, he's like, "Well, why would you do that? You just put Uncle Tommy in a situation where I almost got killed, and now where I'm at, I'm with some really scary people that if I don't get killed, they don't get me. I'm going to prison. You know,
or going to be dead."
Yeah. So exactly, that's what I said. If they don't get me, if they don't kill me, I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
You know, one way or the other, I'm in a bad way now.
But for that part, did you guys see that coming at all? Because I didn't.
No, but we all wanted that. We
already put in the
predictions
that they like
it was going to happen because nobody else. The thing is, nobody else heard that conversation but Tariq at the funeral.
Exactly.
Like everything that we talked about, like once he did that at that scene, we knew like, hey, there's going to be a point eventually where Ghost or Tommy or both are going to know. But we were saying stuff like, you know, they were going to like maybe hold him captive or that could still happen.
Right.
That could still happen because we just finally got a little bit of a payoff with that scene. Yeah, because we didn't think it was coming, but we knew it was coming, just not when. Like,
and I mean, and like at the same time, I mean, I understand where Tariq was coming from. He was like, I did the right thing because he did a solid for me. Well, you know, from his point of view,
he did
a solid for me.
Yeah, the location of Ray Ray, so I can kill Ray Ray.
But not realizing, Dre was planning on taking Ray Ray out of the situation anyway.
Yeah.
But the fact that Tariq wanted to kill him, here's his address. Yeah. So, and Tommy basically told Tariq everything. You know, he used you, but Tariq's still in his own head. I did the right thing.
I think kind of like how that scene ended, it was like obviously the way Tommy's talking to Tariq, he was definitely super disappointed and mad, like I lost respect for you kind of stuff. But then when Tariq is like, you know, he's still like a kid giving his logic and reasoning for why he did it.
Yeah, it's
almost like Tommy was obviously he doesn't like it, but he was just trying to like, I don't know, like not give him a pass, but just trying to understand.
Remember before that conversation, remember the police came to the house. And they were asking about the gun. They wanted her to turn over her gun, and that's when she had to, you know, come in and say, you know, nah, I already reported that. And then Silver is there. She brings Silver to the house, the lawyer, you know. So they're getting serious, you know. Apparently, and them two, you know,
the lawyer that's there with her and talks to her,
already there, right?
And always talking about doing stuff with her and
if you notice, the cop was there. And she smirked
I don't know her
elevator.
Name. That's the
one female cop. The one female cop
smirked
right before the elevator closed.
Because she knew, she's like, oh yeah.
And she's been around in episodes. We've seen her a few times.
Yeah, because she's trying to figure out.
Angela destroyed that evidence that she had, you know what I'm saying, basically. But that lady kept some of the evidence, you know.
Yep.
So there's a lot of people who have a lot of information right now that even that meeting that Tommy, Joe Proctor and Angela had when they were just on the side of the road, she pulled up and had the tracker, you know, and was like, you know, I know this because of this and it's been authorized. And Joe's like, well, you know, Tommy's in none of these pictures. There's no proof. And she's like, yeah, but I know you were there. Tommy's like, no, you have no proof. And you're a conniving bitch. And, you know, you've been, are you talking about, you're not, this isn't even about me. This is about your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend, Ghost,
Which she's going to probably get back with, but anyway.
Oh yeah, because again, this is 2 episodes in a row, like we were saying, that ends with them 2 together. So, spoiler alert.
Oh, wait,
fuck
wait,
your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Wait. So the end of the episode, what you talked about last episode, what does it seem like Angie was about to do?
She's trying to fuck Ghost. But now it looks more like Ghost is trying to fuck.
You know what? I think this
That's
really
what it looks like.
Honestly, this is what I think is going to happen.
But
are we doing it now? Are we doing it?
No, we're not doing right now. Let's go through a couple more situations. Okay, so
because there was a lot in this episode. There was a lot in this episode. There was so much.
Yeah, it was a lot.
There was a lot.
Very much.
But that was expected to happen with the 2 episodes that were filler episodes. So that was going to happen.
Yeah, again, we've all kind of come to an idea. This is the climax episode or the next episode is, because
the next
a lot
one
has happened already.
This episode had a lot.
Something tells me there's going to be even more, and that's going to be the one that's going to show you where this show is going. But let's talk about.
It's going to leave you with the cliffhanger that's going to piss you off, but then as soon as they let you know it's coming back on, you're going to watch it like a little bitch.
You are. It's very true.
We'll be doing it too, so it's like we're all.
We're
not like
Diego. The fact that the Jimenez did not end up getting arrested, they let them go. So Alicia was not in this episode, the sister.
Because she went back home.
Yeah, she went back home.
She was not
Diego,
in the episode.
but she was willing to give him up, though. So
that's some cold shit, man. That's some cold ass shit.
Diego is realizing this, I think. So he comes to approach Dre about, what's been going on? How come, we haven't been in contact, and what have you been doing? Did you set me up for this to happen? And he was like, come on, man, think about it, man. How long have I been around you even to be able to get that gold gun from you or do something with it? How many times has that happened? Come on, think about it. And he's like, okay, so then you're trying to tell me it must be somebody else. And that's when he's like, yeah, I told you I am in over my head, because Diego tells him he feels like there's too much going on. He can't take it. And he's like, I am, but I'm telling you, it's not because of me. It's because of Ghost and Tommy and all of them and what they've been doing. So Diego's like, so you're basically saying it's their problem. Like, they're the ones who created this. He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, so then we need to go get them. And you can look at, I don't know what it is, but on his face, I don't know if he wants to do it. I don't know. Dre is still like we said, I think we said that shit maybe early on. Maybe like the last time we did a review or the review before about one of these episodes, we were like, yo, he's in over his head.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he can control things. He thinks he's a boss, but he has bosses.
We've been saying it the whole time. We've been saying it the whole time.
Yeah.
But we finally heard the actual, someone say it. Someone actually said it. Like, hey, man, you're over your head.
Diego is in a tight spot. Diego feels like the ball is, he's behind the 8 ball, and there's some crazy shit coming for him. He doesn't know what's going to happen. So I think even in him, in the fact that he doesn't really like Dre very much, he's willing to see that they're both kind of in a similar position right now. There's too much going on. They can't handle it alone. So what if we band together and try to take out some of these people that are really creating these issues that we have?
Yeah, like Tommy and Angie.
Because
they're working together now too.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. Who we still haven't seen much of, and we don't see at all in the last 2 episodes? The Serbians. Where the fucking Serbs at? I thought Tommy still owes them money and shit.
Because Tommy keeps brushing them off. Like, I got your money.
Right.
So with that being said, I don't know.
Let's talk about Tommy going to see Angie and basically finding the way that he's gonna catch the Jimenez for her.
So this is the second part with Tommy and Angie in this episode.
Yeah, it is.
Towards the end.
Yeah,
the episode's almost over when this happens.
Teresi are sitting at Tommy's apartment, talking about what is snitching or what is giving up information on somebody. And Teresi is saying that you only don't give up information about somebody if you're supposed to be loyal to them. If you don't have any loyalty to this person, you don't give a fuck. You do it. It's a business move.
Yeah.
If I don't care about you, then it's like
it's all fair game. Basically, anybody can get it. So I think Tommy, that's why he looked at it and talked about it. Thought about it to himself, like, you know what? Let me go and get this. So he goes to Angela and he tells her, just give me the tracker that you had on me and let me take care of it. I'll help you. Basically, I'll help you get the Jimenez. I'm not going to give up anybody though. Like, I can't, I've never been that guy and it won't happen. She's like, well, what's to tell me that if I go to catch the Jimenez and I bring you down with it, how will you know that I won't bring you down? He was like, the same fear that makes you put that pistol in your waist. So he already knew she had a gun on her. You know what I'm
oh,
saying? And then he's like,
oh.
yeah, Angela. And I actually kind of like that plant when it was over against that wall instead of
She's
her
like,
against
get the
that
fuck
wall.
out of my
and
house.
then
goes to reach
she
for the
got like
gun.
super like
And so
defensive.
he's like, see, the same fear that you have about me is the reason why I know you're not going to do that.
All right. So there's also other scenes that we didn't really talk about yet. There is the scene with Ghost and Angie at the shoe store.
Oh,
yeah.
But we don't have to talk about that forever.
Yeah, right.
And then there's also the other scene with Tasha and Silver at the bakery.
Oh yeah, she got.
There's stuff that happens in that too.
Because of this whole birthday theme that they have through the whole episode, that becomes a big thing, or at least a reoccurring thing that happens with a lot, especially with Ghost. Like I said, when he was drunk in the situation we talked about earlier, and how he did to Councilman Tate and how he did to the pastor. And Tasha, when she yelled because she got the wrong cake when they were at the dinner, had Raymond's name on it. She ran to the bathroom, so it's big. It's the mourning of her is definitely. I'm glad that they've taken this to like more than one episode. Like they're really dealing with it in a real way, so that the show makes more sense. It's not like, okay, somebody died, we mourn it this episode, cool, we move on, let's let the story go. Like, no, that's a big part of why the story is what it is. Like, it makes the characters do the things that they do. It makes the relationships change. Like, we're seeing a lot of these things happen like quick, where these characters are like having to start realizing what they're doing and why they're doing it. Like you said, we see at the end of the episode, we're seeing, again, Ghost and Angie are back together again.
I said.
You're right.
Said.
And we're seeing, these things of people continuously having to work through their issues, you know what I'm saying? And start trying to put together ways to get away from things, because it's a lot mounting up against a lot of them.
Like almost every character has a lot going on with them. A lot. Every single character.
Even though we jumping.
Even like a sub character, like even like a B-rate character has a lot going on.
And Tariq is a snitch because he snitched.
Yes, he did. He went to Mock and Sachs. He told them that Tommy is washing the money through the club at Truth. But like you were saying,
paper trail.
How are we gonna tell that?
It was a one-time thing.
And how are we gonna tell that? So I think Tariq is even starting to have a lot of questions about things and doubts, about what he's doing, because I think he kind of actually does like Tommy a little bit. I think that's why he's not going so hard, because there's plenty of opportunities. He probably could have gave up Tommy on different things or set him up to make him do something to get him caught or whatever. Like, there's a bunch of things.
Do you think they're like making us wait for that to happen?
They could be. They could be dragging it on some, but I don't know. I think it's because Tariq is still unsure. I don't know if he's very confident about this decision that he's made.
Yeah, I don't think they've really given us enough of that yet.
Yeah, his whole point was...
We know the idea is out there, but they're not making it like it could happen any second kind of thing.
He wanted to be out to see Connie before Connie passed away.
Right.
So that's really why he did it. But his heart is still telling him he doesn't want to do these things because it's not really who he wants to be.
But check this out, though. Remember when Tariq and what's his best friend Sammy, right?
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy was sitting in the car.
That he was gonna shoot. That he was gonna shoot.
Yeah. So he was like, how could you do that? He was like, man, look, I knew the gun didn't have any bullets in it. I could tell by the weight. And then remember Sammy says, well, what are we gonna do about what are we gonna do about money or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, Tommy has a thing. And
I didn't remember that for a second.
So we're gonna get in with him. So by
because he kept calling the moolies, that's racially terming for say black folks. Which is fucked up. But anyways, they're keeping it true to what this kind of
how the Italians talk.
This is how the lifestyle is. This is what people say. Yeah. This is how people talk.
Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. But anyway, not you. Are you?
I'm not Italian anyways.
But anyway, so even like I said, he basically gave. I just thought about something. I didn't say this before we got on air, but I just thought about something. The fact that we know that there's no paper trail,
right?
But he had to give them something, because remember they said if you don't give us something by tonight, you're going back. Yeah. And if you notice his posture and his attitude, he was like, yeah, Tommy's money line through, what goes through the club.
He's just throwing stuff out there.
You know what I'm saying? And like he says it so nonchalant and just walks away.
Yeah.
Excuse me, because it seems like everybody is trying to get in what Tommy's doing. Kanan's trying to do it.
It kind of does really seem like that.
Now,
so you know what? This
now
is
his
time.
so-called father
okay,
is. So
exactly. So here's the time. Let's go with what our good friend from your page who followed you, who gave you the suggestion about who had the power in this episode.
Kanan.
Shouts out to Team Sky 206. I appreciate that, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
What do you think, in your mind, who was the character that had the power for this episode?
Oh, I mean, hands down, Kanan.
Okay.
Because if you look at what he's been doing, he's been turning everybody against each other since the beginning of this season. Yeah. And if you look at the conversations he's had with Ghost, he's putting Tommy down. When you look at the conversations he's having with Tommy, he's putting Ghost down. So you know what I'm saying? So then he lies on Tommy about the whole Dre thing. And as Tommy and Ghost are talking, he's sitting back in the cut like this. Then after Ghost leave, I'm paying attention, man. After Ghost, leaves, he talks to Tommy, basically saying, look, you basically let him son you, and we can handle that. We don't need his permission to handle that. But look, anyway, if you're not gonna be talking about, I got things to do. Call me when you're ready to start talking about Drake. And he walks off,
get up and leaves. Yeah.
So I feel like he had the power. And the fact, if you look at Ghost, he don't know where he's at right now.
Ghost does not have the power.
Tommy's in between following his heart and trying to still be in the game, I guess you can call it. And then that's pretty much it, So I feel like Kanan has the power. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. It's like he had K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar, set him up, so he can go kill off the little
Teano.
Yeah, the Teanos, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just feel like shout out to 50.
Yeah.
You know 50. What I mean? You're doing your thing,
I don't know if you agree with that. I just would say I agree with that too. I think, again, like he said, Kanan has been plotting a lot of stuff out. He's definitely spinning stories with everybody so that at any point he's in control of how people act.
He's in control of the whole season, to be honest with you.
He's doing a lot to keep himself. He's been saying he's going to take over Tommy's organization. He's going to get with the Italians, and he's been keeping his word. Everything he said he's going to do, he's putting in the work, and he's making it happen in some way.
Pretty much it's across the board. Yeah. Like he has the power. I mean, it's what I really liked about him was like he had like a good medium amount of screen time. And it was almost kind of some of the best parts of the show, especially with him being with like Kendrick in the several scenes that they had.
What did he say? I said I couldn't eat pussy no more, so I stopped.
Like, and then it's like I don't like how I feel is like his character is like even like earlier before that when he had the meeting with Tommy and Ghost, and it's like him, you just being in the background or walking away, smiling, just being like, even though he's a piece of shit, it just makes you smile, and you still love him, like because his character is like
weird. It's weird, but like at this moment,
we're supporting someone that has bad intentions all the time.
I'm rooting for 50.
Yeah, we're rooting for you. Like, hey man, good luck with doing bad stuff, man.
Look,
hope it works out great for you.
Characters, man, as people, right? But we got to keep it real, right? Ghost has been a piece of shit. Like it's not new. He doesn't deserve it. Like, hey, look, shouts out to Virginia B too, the valuable brand. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. But he said that on a comment of last week was saying, man, I really want to see Ghost get a win. I was thinking, like, no, man, no. Fuck Ghost. No. He doesn't deserve no wins. Yeah.
Drew Skills said no.
All these losses he's taking, he deserves them
no.
and then some.
Yeah, because every time he's taken a loss, he's gained like 4 wins after that.
You're right, and which is cool. But at the end of the day,
that's what I'm saying. That's going back to what you're saying.
Yeah,
that it's time. It's kind of time.
Take these losses.
Yeah, man. It's time for him to
L's
start.
Sometimes.
And it's time for him to take them L's and start basically owning up to the things that he's doing.
He was really bad this episode. He wants
to be a better man.
Ghost was really bad this episode. Yeah. He was horrible.
But regardless,
legit like fucking
up.
Up.
It's old ways that he's been acting like he's done with, and things that he's been trying to do that are coming back because It's who he is.
And then he's doing this. He's doing this.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Yeah, he's poking the finger at everyone.
Angie because with Angie he can be James St. Patrick,
and that's what he
and with
really.
Tasha, he's Ghost.
Yeah,
but it's just they're the same person. You know, he can try his best to try to eliminate these feelings, but until like what a lot of people have been trying to tell him throughout so far in this season, you have to deal with them head on.
Yep.
You're trying to find ways to like avoid it and just keep working and doing this and that and the third and act like it's not real. No, it's real. Your daughter has been killed. Okay. And you're a big part of the reason why these things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to be responsible, you're going to keep seeing these types of things that you're going through. Happening.
Like I said,
you're not going to stop.
When you do this, when you're doing this, pointing at everybody, pointing, oh, well,
accept yourself.
It's their fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my fault. And see what the pastor basically did was,
I think he also did it in a good way too, like in a comforting way.
He said,
he said,
well, why was you locked up? Oh, it was for something I didn't do. But what was you know what I'm saying? But what was you doing for them to even think?
Yeah. Why did you get locked up and not somebody else?
Exactly.
You know, why was it you?
What I think he did was like he did it in the nicest way of like making him realizing stuff rather than like rubbing his face in his own shit.
Yeah.
Like he tried to do it.
What real people need in life is you need that person that's going to come to you and not try to stand over top of you.
Don't remind me what I already did. Don't do the I told you so.
Exactly.
Don't do the I already knew you were gonna
realize what you pretty much already know.
It was good for Ghost. You know? That's why I was saying earlier. It was a really good scene that I liked in the show.
It's gonna get better for him as the season goes on.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
The season's gonna end way better than it started for him.
Yeah,
basically what I think. The season's gonna end way better for him.
Yeah,
but as of right now, I feel like Kanan is going to end up becoming a kingpin, like he's been wanting to do.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, he was a kingpin, even though they didn't show it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For how the whole show even really began.
But he was a kingpin in a way.
Exactly.
So basically, all he's doing is just making up for lost time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna step on the people that's actually, is the reason why I was even locked up in the first place.
Right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right. We'll try to make this kind of quick. What are some of the characters going to be up to next episode? Ghost, Tasha,
all right,
Angie, Tariq.
I'm going to say quick for each person. I'm just going to run down. I got everybody's names written down here.
We're going to try to wrap this up, man.
Okay, Vincent, the guy is the head of the Italians. He's going to keep, pushing forward with making sure that these guys that he had issues with don't get any more work. He's going to kiss because he doesn't trust them anymore ever. He doesn't want them to have anything. Tamika, the head of the FBI, the whole situation with all of them, she's going to keep bearing down on Angela to get her to basically give up information and basically incriminate herself like they want her to do. Because
that seems like that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Teresi is going to end up giving up more information on Tommy, I think. He's going to really go forward with what he said he was going to do because I think he wants to stay out more than he's letting on,
But what about the whole thing with Tommy though? Like it's like he has bad intentions.
He does, but I think he's gonna keep going. I think he's not gonna have a choice because again, the FBI, Mock and Sachs, they're not playing with him. If you don't give us
those dudes mean business
because
they mean business, man.
They're working on everybody. So again, Mock and Sachs, they're gonna keep doing what they've been doing. Dre's gonna have to decide if he's really gonna work with Diego and try to take out Tommy and Ghost.
For the Dre kind of slacked off this week. He wasn't that fly with the dressing. His it was good.
You can't top a red suit.
He kind of like he took a day off, I guess. Like he dressed like professional, but not like A+, kind of like B-, C+ professional. His I'm just saying, guys. Like he dressed like Ghost, satisfactory at most.
Ghost, he's gonna keep trying to make amends for what he's done. He's going to keep trying to, make things better. I feel like even though it seems half-hearted, the fact that he actually went and saw the pastor and sat down with him, I think that it's pretty real.
I think
he deserves props for that, man. That was like some something you do for yourself, man.
He's starting at home now.
Yeah, it's really, healthy for him, and we might see how that might help and pay off later. Like maybe next episode we'll see him, and maybe he'll it's just for this one. I mean, besides being locked up, Ghost was a wreck, man.
Next episode,
his character was bad this whole episode. Like you don't want to be Ghost in this episode.
Not at all.
You do not.
But Kanan, the guy that we all have agreed that has the power for this episode,
Power.
I think he's gonna have the power next episode too.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Literally-
Potential spoilers.
Literally-
Potential spoilers.
Literally, it seems like nobody except for Tasha, as she's always been anyways, but she's so inundated with being around Silver, the lawyer, and all the stuff that's going on with her still mourning Tasha's death or whatever. She doesn't have time to focus on Kanan like she was, in a
Raina's
way.
death. You said Tasha's death, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, my bad. But Kanan is going to, good job. Kanan is going to continue to keep doing what he's been doing. He's going to push forward, and nobody really knows what he's doing. Nobody can see that he's like organizing things almost and creating more problems for these people.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off a second ago, and what you guys just said about like Tosh doesn't have like time to be messing with like Kanan and worrying about him. That's cool you guys said that, because remember like last episode or last episode when they had that
You said you better kill me.
that conversation in front of the elevator.
She said you better kill me.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was a tense conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was very intense.
Was.
And that just happened.
And let's talk about Tommy. What do we feel with Tommy? Do we think of how he's going to handle what's been going on recently?
Tommy, let me tell you about Tommy. Tommy, yeah, he chose to work with Angela, but it really is not for her benefit, it's for his benefit. From somewhere or another, he's going to use, he's going to use the fact now that he has her, I guess, backing him up, I guess you can call it, right, to his advantage.
It's like a semi kind of possible thing.
Because I think he's going to, like I said, continue to work with her, do what he needs to do or whatnot. But at the end of the day, she's still going to get screwed and he's going to win.
Predictions. Potential spoilers.
But she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay because she has James now. So
yeah, exactly. So again, what do we think, Angie? How do we feel like she's gonna handle things? What do we think she's gonna be up to next episode? Because she's got a lot of weight on her too.
She
definitely does. Absolutely.
She's gonna continue to try to cover up, with the whole dirty cop thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Her feelings for Ghost are gonna be up in the air, around, whatever you want to call it.
When they were like at the shop,
because
at the sneaker shop, she's like, I can't do this again, blah blah blah.
Well,
but
she was saying that based on if he still was doing criminal activity, dealing with people that was with criminal activity.
And that's when Ghost said, I can't speak for Andre Coleman,
but I'm not in that.
But I'm not doing that.
And that was kind of like a way to kind of like,
yeah, we know what happened there.
What do we feel? Where's Tariq going? Because that exchange with him and Ghost was
whoa.
I think that conversation.
Wow.
That conversation isn't done.
Not at all.
I think what's gonna happen is Ghost is gonna talk to him on a more I'm sober, and I think he's really gonna come out and be like, look, you know what?
No,
I'm gonna tell you.
He's gonna be sober minded. Yeah. He's gonna be talking to Tariq, but Tariq is still gonna bear down.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Views of things, and basically that's when we're gonna see. If anybody's ever seen any of these clips of the trailers before the season even started or whatever, where you see a clear scene of Tariq standing straight face to face with Ghost, and he says, "Teach me the game, Ghost."
Oh yeah,
I thought we were gonna see that this episode.
What he just did
might be next
what he just did was spoil something that if you haven't seen it a month ago, it was a spoiler.
No, I'm saying a spoiler for next week.
I think it's going to happen next week. I think it's going to happen next week.
We're going to see that, and that's when we're going to see Ghost have to make 100% understanding with himself. You can't stop Tariq from being this person because now he just got connected with Kanan again. You saw Kanan picked him up in this episode, and they went on for a ride or whatever. So this is not over. Kanan has given Tariq the battery in his back. Over time to keep him into this life. And he said it to Ghost last episode. Hey man, I don't know what you think, but he's a gangster, man. Like, so he's cold-blooded, man. He's with the shit. If you don't get it, he's gonna do it regardless.
Yep.
Even Tommy said it to him when they went on the little ride real quick. He said, yeah, always looking out for your own cause. Sounds just like somebody I know. Sounds just like Ghost.
Yep.
So
do you think that next episode's gonna be like mid-season finale?
Yeah,
I think it is.
I do.
Yeah,
because something has to.
A lot happened this episode, man. There was a lot.
I think there's going to be about maybe 12 episodes this season, 12 or 13.
Yeah.
So I think that next episode will be episode 6. I think that will be
that would be a good like stopping point, even though we don't want to not see it. But like after how good this episode was and how much happened, to kind of end it for now. Next week would be good for. It would make sense. Like it would be crazy. Like if it.
Yeah. So, what do you think, man? I think we wrapped up pretty good, man. I think we got a lot of information in there.
We can keep going. This episode had a lot in it.
It was a lot.
There is a lot.
For hours.
Almost every single scene, all the characters, all the dialogue they had, there was a lot in every single scene of this episode. A lot.
So I think we're good, man. I think we've established pretty much the gist of what happened in this episode. We've really gotten to all the characters.
Can we shout him out?
Shouts out again to the man, Team Sky 206, for the suggestion about something about who had the power.
Who has the power? We've
said Kanan has the power.
Definitely.
I think we've all stood firm on that.
And we know that Ghost does not have the power.
He has no power. No.
God, it's like the worst we've seen him.
He's looking like a lost.
He's almost like
he's looking like a lost little boy right now.
What do you call somebody who has no power?
Lost.
No, you call him Ghost.
I don't know. You call him Ghost. Call him Ghost. There we go. That's it. That's what we call him Ghost.
Oh man.
And that's what that is, guys.
But yeah, man, it's Beat is the Rockstar part of Super Obvious. Thanks for checking us out. Please subscribe to my channel.
And I am Werds Illah of the Werds Illah podcast. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube.
I don't have a channel. I'm just here with these guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Yeah, man. And we will be with you guys next week. And thanks for tuning in.
Peace.